Psychological archetypes of Mars Nakshatras. Let us explore how the three Mars-ruled Nakshatras, Mrigashira, Chitra, and Dhanishta, give rise to distinct psychological archetypes by blending Mars' assertive, action-driven energy with the elemental tones and symbolic intent of their zodiacal settings: Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, Libra, and Capricorn, Aquarius. Mrigashira in Taurus and Gemini. Mrigashira merges the sensual stability of Taurus with the intellectual curiosity of Gemini, filtered through Mars's exploratory and searching drive. This nakshatra is psychologically restless, inquisitive, and emotionally alert, often seeking something elusive, whether knowledge, connection, or personal fulfillment. When Mars or Mercury is placed here, the Innovator or the Maverick arises. Minds in motion who challenge norms through inquiry and novelty. With Moon or Venus, the Diplomat or the Creator may appear, emotionally expressive archetypes driven to connect, explore, or beautify through movement or relationship. Mrigashira archetypes are seekers, wanderers, and communicators, psychologically attuned to subtle shifts in desire, always hungry for a deeper connection or clearer answer. Chitra in Virgo and Libra. Chitra brings together Virgo's precision and Libra's aesthetic grace with Mars' bold creativity and action. This nakshatra is both artistic and forceful. Symbolized by the shining jewel, it denotes charisma, transformation, and mastery of form. When Mars or Sun is placed here, the visionary or the catalyst arises. Archetypes who build or destroy with equal flair, often using beauty or charisma to inspire movement. Venus or Mercury placements may yield the creator or the arbitrator, expressive individuals who balance aesthetics and purpose through refined yet powerful delivery. Chitra archetypes are magnetic, determined, and often dramatic. Their psychology blends elegance with assertiveness, seeking perfection in form and transformation in essence. Dhanishta in Capricorn and Aquarius. Dhanishta combines Capricorn's ambition and Aquarius's collective vision with Mars' energetic focus and social drive. Known for rhythm, wealth, and coordinated action, this nakshatra creates archetypes who are highly capable in group environments and materially motivated with a greater goal in mind. When Mars or Saturn is placed here, the executor or the strategist takes form, those who work tirelessly for success, structure, or advancement. With Moon or Venus, the guardian or the diplomat may emerge, harmonizers and caretakers within community or team dynamics. Dhanishta archetypes are psychologically structured, outward-facing, and driven to succeed in ways that benefit both self and society. Their rhythm is their power, and their effort is their signature. Mars nakshatras produce archetypes that are dynamic, purposeful, and often multidimensional. Mrigashira searches, Chitra builds and beautifies, and Dhanishta organizes and drives forward. All three embody Mars through curiosity, charisma, and coordinated ambition, each serving a different layer of the self's movement through the world. Psychological archetypes within Mrigashira Nakshatra. Let us examine how different planets or points within Mrigashira Nakshatra could give rise to one or more of the 14 psychological archetypes. Sun in Mrigashira. The Sun in Mrigashira expresses a curious, restless identity, one that seeks truth through exploration, learning, and communication. There is a blend of intellectual brilliance and emotional agility. This generates the visionary, who searches for deeper meaning and truth through personal discovery, and the strategist, who uses refined perception and planning to lead through insight rather than dominance. These individuals often illuminate paths of inquiry rather than issuing commands. Moon in Mrigashira. Moon here creates a sensitive, wandering mind that is emotionally nourished through exploration and variety. There is an emotional duality, a need for both connection and space. This produces the diplomat, who adjusts emotionally to new ideas and people, and the reformer, who emotionally invests in new perspectives or philosophies that challenge stagnant structures. Curiosity becomes a coping mechanism, and love is shown through attention to subtle details. Mars in this nakshatra refines its aggressive drive into intellectual or sensual pursuit. There's a hunger to pursue ideas, people, or projects with intensity, but also a tendency to abandon them quickly. This produces the Maverick, with a restless drive to chase new goals, and the Innovator, whose energy fuels discovery, experimentation, and adaptive execution. Action here is agile, flirtatious, and rarely linear. Mercury in Mrigashira. Mercury is playful and sharp in Mrigashira, highly curious, witty, and capable of navigating dualities. Communication is graceful, yet probing. Intelligence is flexible and charming. This placement expresses as the Innovator, exploring new mental territory and thriving in variety, and the Creator, using language, humor, or storytelling to bring ideas to life. The mind flits like a deer, always alert and looking ahead. Jupiter in Mrigashira. Jupiter here becomes a seeker of expansive ideas through inquiry, travel, or intellectual engagement. There's a philosophical playfulness and an urge to understand multiple perspectives before forming belief. This produces the visionary, who synthesizes what's been learned into meaningful worldviews, and the architect, who builds teaching or belief systems from curiosity and eclectic experience. Venus in Mrigashira. Venus expresses romantic and aesthetic desire through teasing, charm, and exploration. There is a love of the chase, be it intellectual, emotional, or sensual. This creates the Creator, who plays with beauty in shifting forms, and the Diplomat, who weaves social harmony through lighthearted, non-threatening charm. Their appeal lies in motion, grace, and the ability to never be fully possessed. Saturn in Mrigashira. Saturn in Mrigashira tames the restlessness, but also may create inner conflict between structure and spontaneity. This produces the Strategist, who moves deliberately through a world of mental complexity, and the Administrator, who applies order to intellectual or aesthetic systems. The mind can become an anchor, using discipline to focus wandering curiosity into practical output. Rahu in Mrigashira. Rahu amplifies curiosity into obsession. There is a compulsive need to explore taboo ideas, unconventional subjects, or novel relationships. This placement strongly aligns with the Maverick, who explores what others avoid, and the Innovator, whose ideas are often radical, strange, and ahead of their time. Their path is rarely direct, and they are most alive when following the scent of mystery or disruption. Ketu in Mrigashira. Ketu here gives a sense of internalized knowledge, someone who has already chased much and now seeks stillness within motion. This expresses as the visionary, with refined detachment from desire, or the arbitrator, whose clear-sightedness and objectivity allow them to see multiple truths and reconcile opposites. The soul moves with curiosity but speaks from experience. There's a mystical storyteller quality, elusive, wise, and precise. Psychological archetypes within Chitra Nakshatra. Let us examine how different planets or points within Chitra Nakshatra could give rise to one or more of the 14 psychological archetypes, ensuring each is represented distinctly across the system. The sun in Chitra expresses through charisma, creativity, and a deep need to shine as a builder, designer, or visionary of form and meaning. Identity is shaped around aesthetics, structure, and the will to manifest beauty or order. This produces the visionary, who inspires through artistic brilliance and refined ideals, and the creator, whose personal power is linked to aesthetic output and legacy through form. Moon in Chitra. Moon in Chitra brings emotional depth paired with a desire for perfection and validation. Emotions are stylized, often concealed under graceful presentation, and deeply connected to creativity or appearance. This creates the guardian, who nurtures through structure, beauty, and controlled expression, and the diplomat, who maintains emotional balance through refinement and harmonious presentation. Mars in Chitra. Mars rules Chitra and expresses here with bold creativity, ambition, and dynamic flair. There's a need to act with impact and leave a visible mark. This gives rise to the catalyst, who ignites transformation through bold aesthetic or physical acts, and the reformer, who uses personal power to challenge and refine imperfect systems. Energy is passionate and artistic. Mercury in Chitra. Mercury here is eloquent, visually oriented, and persuasive. Communication carries dramatic flair and a gift for image-driven language. This supports the creator, who crafts beauty or meaning through speech and design, and the arbitrator, who uses thoughtful language to balance opinions or offer perspective within conflict. Thought and speech are crafted with care, like art. Jupiter in Chitra. Jupiter in Chitra expresses wisdom through aesthetics, justice, and visionary construction. There's a drive to teach through form, be it design, ideology, or refined morality. This creates the architect, who builds enduring frameworks for beauty, fairness, or spiritual truth. and the visionary, who uplifts others by designing elevated possibilities from principle and imagination. Venus in Chitra. Venus thrives in Chitra, expressing charm, artistry, sensuality, and elegance. Love is idealized, and beauty is a spiritual pursuit. This strongly supports the creator, who pours feeling and refinement into visual, romantic, or sensory expressions, and the diplomat, who navigates love and aesthetics with poise, taste, and magnetic charm. Saturn in Chitra. Saturn here lends structure, control, and discipline to creative or relational pursuits. These individuals often carry the burden of perfection or visibility. This produces the strategist, who creates methodical beauty and builds practical plans to support vision, and the administrator, who manages artistic or social systems with precision, authority, and accountability. Rahu in Chitra. Rahu in Chitra seeks fame, validation, and creative disruption. There is an obsessive drive to stand out through beauty, form, or influence. This creates the Maverick, who redefines art, identity, or beauty by breaking molds, and the catalyst, whose intensity and visual magnetism spark shifts in others' values, tastes, or perceptions. Their presence is hypnotic and provocative. Ketu in Chitra. Ketu in Chitra brings internal mastery of aesthetics, architecture, or symbolic systems, often with little concern for outward acclaim. These individuals carry an otherworldly eye for form and meaning. This supports the arbitrator, who silently balances logic and intuition in design or social roles, and the visionary, whose spiritualized creativity or detached refinement influences without force. Psychological archetypes within Dhanishta Nakshatra. Let us examine how different planets or points within Dhanishta Nakshatra could give rise to one or more of the 14 psychological archetypes, ensuring each is represented distinctly across the system. Sun in Dhanishta. The Sun in Dhanishta expresses identity through performance, rhythm, and societal impact. These individuals seek to shine within groups and often become known for their talents, leadership, or charisma. This produces the visionary, who radiates through collective expression and inspires through energetic contribution, and the strategist, who understands how to organize efforts and lead within structured social frameworks. Moon in Dhanishta. Moon in this nakshatra creates emotionally confident, socially attuned individuals who nurture through rhythm, community, and shared success. Their emotional world is shaped by teamwork and visible contribution. This supports the guardian, who emotionally anchors their environment through group stability, and the diplomat, who intuitively harmonizes social dynamics and uplifts others through encouraging interaction. Mars in Dhanishta. Mars is powerful here, expressing through bold charisma, athleticism, and social leadership. Energy is ambitious, outward-facing, and driven by achievement and visibility. This supports the executor, who takes dynamic, result-oriented action, and the catalyst, whose confidence and presence provoke others into movement, competition, or accelerated growth. Mercury in Dhanishta. Mercury in Dhanishta is sharp, witty, and persuasive, often excelling in public speaking, media, or negotiation. Communication is rhythmic, charming, and impactful. This gives rise to the Innovator, who modernizes language or creative systems, and the Arbitrator, who mediates through verbal skill and cultural sensitivity in public or collective spaces. Jupiter in Dhanishta. Jupiter here expresses wisdom through group leadership, moral influence, and material success fused with spiritual grounding. These individuals often guide teams or communities. This produces the architect, who builds ethical structures for prosperity and collaboration, and the visionary, who shares expansive ideas to benefit the group and guide collective progress. Venus in Dhanishta. Venus in Dhanishta expresses magnetic charm, artistic flair, and sociable elegance. Love and beauty are expressed rhythmically through music, performance, or shared celebration. This supports the creator, who channels art, dance, or style into forms that unify and inspire, and the diplomat, who attracts harmony in social or romantic circles through charm and expressive grace. Saturn in Dhanishta. Saturn here brings focused determination and disciplined group participation. These individuals are loyal team builders and long-term planners in public or structured environments. This produces the administrator, who ensures group success through routine and structure, and the strategist, who moves toward recognition and impact with steady social intelligence and planning. Rahu in Dhanishta. Rahu intensifies ambition for fame, performance, or recognition within collective spaces. There's a desire to lead, influence, or stand out in society. This supports the Maverick, who disrupts social norms with flair and confidence, and the Catalyst, who provokes movement and success through provocative presence or bold display of talent. Ketu and Dhanishta. Ketu in Dhanishta creates internalized talent and intuitive detachment from recognition. These individuals may possess deep rhythm, grace, or wisdom, but feel little need to display it openly. This gives rise to the Arbitrator, who offers impartial guidance in group or artistic dynamics, and the Visionary, who inspires through detached presence and subtle mastery in rhythm, community, or performance.